I'm Maka, and I'm a advertising, PR, and media student.
My name's Gill. I am a journalism and media student.
My name's Devika, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm studying psychology with counseling.
I'm Sarah, and I'm studying advertising, PR, and media.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first one. Oh my god, yes.
Oh. Tragic.
Struggle.
Tragic.
Disturbing.
I would say he's probably a refugee from either Syria or actually probably Syria.
Syria.
Possibly, maybe Syria.
Syria, I think.
I do agree. Like, for example, the two photos I feel tell the same story. I mean, one is a bit more tragic than the other. The photo of the boy on face down, dead on the shore is more stark and more memorable than the image of the police officer with the child in his arms, obviously lifting him off from his position. But I do feel like there should be some ethical repercussions because it is a child, and they are. I mean, the child is deceased currently, but it's still someone's life in a picture, and their parents have to look at this picture perhaps every time they look at the news and they hear news about a refugee.
Yes, because of the privacy of the family, and like, what if the family didn't want a picture of their boy be shown around the world, and this is my son, and then they would be put on the spotlight, and they would feel very uncomfortable about that.
It kind of makes me always wonder, like any war photograph or anything like that always makes me think, like, couldn't they have helped instead?
Well, I think it's like with social media, the thing is now with technological advancements and everyone uses social media, and I think it's a good platform to sort of communicate this, and you can use it to increase awareness, because I feel like for example, a lot of people are scrolling on their Facebook. When they come across this, it's educational, and it's kind of like a wake-up call, so it's like it's reality on social media. So I feel like it's a really good platform to get supporters and increase the awareness, and maybe get some help and support. I think it's the best way to communicate to people.
Oh, nowadays it's huge. It's kind of like, even if, let's say, a newspaper chooses not to publish it, or a TV news broadcast doesn't release it, but if someone on the internet gets a hold of it, it's out there, and people, I feel like when it tugs on people's heartstrings, especially, like even if they don't really have the full context of things, they are so quick to retweet and share, and so like that puts off a little chain reaction. Yeah. So it plays a huge role nowadays, I'd say.
I think it plays a huge role, especially in a time when most stories are being told by the stories that are getting attention are conflict stories, and these are areas where journalists and cannot have access to. They cannot travel to these areas. The internet has mostly been cut off for long periods of time, so they do rely on citizens who live in these destructive war zones, or these areas where there's a lot of strife, to really send them information, so the journalists can publish this information or use these photos to publish them. So photojournalists really do need people on the inside to help them get these pictures out to the world, to the public, in the media. So the social media plays a huge role, because we wouldn't know anything about Syria really, because you cannot go there. So photojournalism and social media really goes hand in hand.
Definitely, like, in a way, it should generate moral panic so that people can actually help them.
I think that it will sort of add to moral panic, because the thing is, like, sometimes there are pictures of these children, and the entire world just thinks, is this what everything is coming to? So I feel like everyone thinks that the world is coming to an end, we're going to end in war. So I feel like people are developing a more negative perspective on the world. So pictures like this basically just build it up, and people are just much more negative now.
It does add to the moral panic because it makes us feel, it makes it seem like immigrants or refugees are very desperate that they will do anything, even put their own children's lives in danger to escape from these countries. So it's not even about the fact of the religious background or where they're from or their ties to maybe some questionable activities. It's more so that should we even let these people in who don't even consider their own child? Those questions could be raised by the authorities. Like, we don't know the backlash this boy's parents face. So there is some issues and some things which shed a negative light on refugees by means of this picture.
It kind of shakes your reality a little bit, and because it always seems so far away, so you kind of feel distance from it. But like when news covers it, like whatever channel you watch or whatever websites you read, like that kind of reminds you that, oh, this is happening. This is what they think is the truth.
Because there's so many things that we need that our attention is on, like a civil war and some celebrity couple breaking up and some famine somewhere and a media crisis and Donald Trump. There's just so much. So we see a picture of a dead refugee, but then our attention is, we don't have time to focus on any one thing. So we do have compassion fatigue because we don't have time to focus on something. If you focus on something, then you can feel sympathy. But if your attention is in 1,000 different places, no, you cannot feel sympathy for one situation or one individual picture.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you sort of get like accustomed to seeing images like this, which is a bit disappointing. Like, you'll see an image and there will be a lot of hype and uproar about the image for a certain period of time, but after that people sort of forget about it and they just get over it. And people have kind of taken this as like a natural order in life. So it's like, because they've seen so many, they're just like, oh, it's natural, oh, that's what happens in war. So I feel like, you know, you're becoming accustomed to it, so, you know, you don't really care as much as you're supposed to.